3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
I believe the church is in better condition than it has been at any time in its entire history. My beloved brethren and sisters,
Welcome to
Once Upon
a Mormon.
Another testament of religious abuse.
So many have been hurt. Persecutions may rage. Mobs may combine.
Whom shall we go?
Sown in corruption.
We need you.
Never again.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Once Upon a Mormon.
Hello, hello.
Hi. We, not me, Sister Donna and Brother Hiram have made the great journey out to my little town of Whoop Whoop. So welcome
It is
to
great
the middle
to be
of nowhere.
here.
Yeah.
What a time to be
good.
alive. It was actually a pretty good drive out here. It's very scenic.
Yeah, it's a nice drive.
It was a nice time of day to come out, I think,
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, especially
Really
if you got
nice.
like a nice comfy car
And
rather than a shitbox like
It's so
mine.
good for me because I didn't have to drive. Like, I just got to be the passenger.
You're just like,
Bless.
oh, if you get tired, let me know and I'll drive.
Falls
If
asleep
you
5
really
seconds
need
later.
me to.
Me just on, like, Facebook. like, looking out the window. Cows.
And I'll say something and she'll be like, uh-huh.
Yeah. Like, okay. This is my doom scrolling time, okay, Brother Hiram.
Yeah, I gotta save my talking for the podcast.
Gotta rest my voice.
Yeah,
It needs to be nice and crisp.
exactly.
Yep. Love that. Ooh, so I think we wanted today to kind of take a moment to kind of relax into the new year and kind of discuss like our progress from the last year and looking forward to the goals that we have for this coming year. Hopefully.
Can we just note we are finally using all the new gear together.
Yeah.
This is so exciting.
I know. We look like so professional now.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Worth
We've all
it.
got an alcoholic beverage in hand.
Yes.
We've got our mics. We've got our headphones.
Cheers to the new year.
Cheers to
We're
the new
sitting
year.
on a couch. Like, this is nice. I love it. Well,
My
Brother
couches have
Hiram's not.
become the podcast couch. I love this. Brother Hiram gets Brother May's gamer chair.
I mean,
That's
that's
all right.
pretty
It
good,
works.
right? Yeah.
I'm
Well,
at the
he-
control center.
Brother May gets mad at me. He's like, it's not a gamer chair because gamer chairs aren't good for your back. It's a massage chair.
Is it actually?
For real. Like, if I
Oh,
plug
I
it
should've
in,
plugged
it
it in.
can
Oh, wow.
massage. Yeah.
I
it's
didn't know
wild.
this. I did not. We'll have to do it for the next episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for context, we've come out to spend some time with Sister May and record a few episodes in a row. So
Yeah.
that way we can kind of sort of get ahead of it.
Yep.
That's one of our New Year's resolutions, which
As a podcast.
goes with with the theme today.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't even think of that. Look at us go. We're all so in sync.
We're doing awesome.
Yes.
great.
So before the podcast, Sister Donna was kind of going on about how she doesn't have any goals for the new year.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Sister Donna, why don't you...
I'm just keeping the bar real low, guys. Coming into 2023, don't touch anything.
Literally, I was thinking that. Everybody, like, keep your hands by your sides. Don't look at anything. Don't touch anything. This is not your year.
Let's just get through it, guys.
Sit still, stay quiet, and hopefully we get through this without too much damage.
2054 will be my year.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, to be honest, sorry. 2022 was like a pretty good year for me. I think I made a lot of progress and like doing that, like I think I've mentioned on a previous episode that I was doing that 22 peaks in 2022 challenge, which is where I climbed 22 mountains.
That's a pretty intense goal.
Yeah. And like, honestly, that was really fun. Like, it was tough, but it was really good. Like, that was a really fun thing to do. I don't have any intention of doing 23 mountains in 2023.
52 peaks for 23.
Yeah, no way. But no, I haven't really thought much about what I want to achieve this year. I'm sort of like contemplating a lot of things. Still considering possibly like doing some you know, like going back to uni and maybe doing some post-grad stuff, but then I'm sort of on the fence about it still. I do want to like I'm still fairly new in this new career that I'm in, and I want to continue to learn as much as possible and get good at that job.
That's fair.
And I guess like I would like to do some more like fitnessy things.
That sounds terrible.
I know, but I'm keeping the bar real low, guys. I'm like, I might maybe I'll just commit to doing yoga like once a week. I think that's
fair enough.
I think that's achievable.
I'll get out of bed.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God, I love setting goals and shit. And so like my biggest thing with setting a goal, I'm like, it has to be realistic. So if you're not going to do yoga every day, don't be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do yoga every day, because you're setting yourself up for a loss. So if you set those goals and make it like super easy, then like you hit those goals and you feel good, and it makes you want to continue doing good.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, there's a few like little things that I do want to achieve. Like like over the break, I've been doing a little bit of weeding in my yard, because like there's this
Weeding, huh?
Yeah.
Weed.
Shut up. Yeah, well, there's like I've got this garden bed, and like so like I care about the environment, and I know a little bit about native flora and stuff, and I wanted to kind of like, I don't know, regenerate,
Rejuvenate.
this like bit of garden that I have. I'd like to weed it and plant some new things in there and kind of make it into a little like project for myself. So that's something that I want to work on.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I think that'll be a fun little project for me. But yeah, other than that, I want to continue to go to therapy. I went to
10
one
out of
session.
10. That is a goal everyone should have.
Yeah. Like, I think that there's still a lot of things that I need to sort of work through. So I went to one session like last end of, 2022. And I got another one scheduled for sometime this month. And then, I think I'll continue to do that. I think that's a good goal.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. That's sort of what I'm hoping to achieve this year.
That's awesome.
What about you guys? What about you, Sister May?
Look, if I'm being honest, I don't have many goals this year, because it's been a hell of a year, and I have a 2-year-old with a teenager attitude. But pretty much my biggest goal this year is to have $2,000 in my savings by the end of the year, and like really like getting my financial shit sorted, because I am not good at that whatsoever. So that's like my biggest goal.
It's a good goal to have, though.
Yeah,
exactly. Because I've set this goal so many times, but I'm like, no, I need to like actually do it now and stop being a pussy.
Is that your Mojo account?
Yeah.
You need to get your Mojo
You
back.
gotta get barefoot invested.
Yeah. I'm almost finished the audiobook.
It's pretty good.
I've got about like half an hour to an hour left. That's what I was doing when I fucking when I crashed the car.
Oh, really?
I was listening to it, and I was just thinking, I was like, oh yeah, like we've got a new car, like we don't have any huge expenses coming up, like I can do this now.
And the car's just like, fuck you.
Yeah, literally, I'm like, why would you do this to me?
The fuck you do.
I know, it was 11 o'clock at night. I had my 2-year-old. I ended up calling RACQ, just bawling my eyes out. I crashed my car.
That would have been I would have done the exact same thing. There's nothing scarier to me than being like stranded on the side of the road,
literally,
like by myself at nighttime, and be like,
and I was going up to come back to my house, and literally the only place I had to pull over was like on the edge of a cliff, and I was like, this is terrifying.
Yeah,
and
we
like,
drove through that today.
Yeah, they were like, are you in a safe space? And I'm like, no, I'm looking at the edge of a cliff on one side and trucks going 100 kilometers on the other side. I need help.
Oh my God.
It was a shit show. I got home at like 2 o'clock that morning. I was like, fuck this shit.
That sucks.
Yeah, so my biggest goal is to get my finance sorted so I can pay for this fucking car.
Yeah.
Well, I can bear my testimony that I know that the Barefoot Investor principles do work.
That's good
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's what I'm basing it off. So I'm going to do like 20% into my fire extinguisher and then 10% into my Smile saving funds. So like my short-term savings goal because I really want to dry up because fuck, I hate hanging out laundry.
I tell you
it
what.
is the bane of my
Dryer is a
existence.
game changer,
It
guys.
is
Literally.
the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Like you don't use it very
Honestly, love
often, but when you need it, you need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like on rainy days, you're like, thank God I have this. Like,
And then, like, I remember growing up, it was always like, don't use a dryer, it uses too much power. And now it's like, I don't care. I'll pay for it.
yeah. I'm an
I would
adult
rather
now
pay
and I'm
for
like,
it.
I want these dry now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to hang these out. But then I have another goal of so my friend has this goal and we're both really into books and so she set this goal and now somehow I'm doing it with her.
Yeah.
So I don't know what number it is, but we're reading a lot of books this year. So I'm
23 books of 23.
Yeah.
pretty much like with the book list we've got going on. So I've started with Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Really?
Is it
Yeah.
more of your smut?
Yes.
I thought so.
It's her series that she wrote before A Court of Thorns and Roses series. So it's her early smart rather than her later smart.
I don't know if my friend actually listens to this podcast, but I have a friend, you know her. Her name starts with J.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have probably heard me talking about it too, Brother Hiram. Anyway,
Do you have the beeper ready?
I'll protect her identity, don't worry. Anyway, she had a goal at the start of last year to read, I think it was 50 books or something.
Yeah.
Holy
And
shit.
she actually,
One a week.
I got to ask her if she actually made it, but she, like last time I saw her, which was literally on New Year's Eve, she was up to 198 books. Like she was literally 2 off to getting to 200. And I think she was going to do those 2 like in that day.
Go her.
Holy shit.
Like, she just kept making it like more and more. I don't know.
Did
like,
she
like
was she
speed
reading
reading.
like
Yeah.
just fantasy or did she do like other kind of books as well?
I'm not sure. I think a lot of it was smut, but
I mean, I am also a smut lover. I cannot
Yeah.
blame her at all. Most of the
Yeah.
books that my friend and I are reading are going to be smut.
yeah.
But we have thrown in like some other ones like The Whole Brain Child, The Barefoot Investor. Like, you
Yeah.
know, we gotta have a bit
It's
of wholesome content there
yeah.
somewhere.
You should drag the husband of the Brother Hiram into it.
Yes. Oh my God, he would love it. Okay. I will
Yes.
start a group chat.
Don't do that. He hates group chats.
Okay, I won't do that then.
He
guys
has
gonna
an
have your own
allergic
book
reaction
club?
to group chats.
I know. Have you guys seen the new thing on Messenger where like if you're part of a group on Facebook, you can now start a messenger from that?
It's
I'm in
so
like 3 of those. It's
freaking
so annoying.
Mm,
Because
yeah, I
like
wouldn't want that.
I just had to mute all of them because my phone was just blowing up all the
Yeah.
time and I'm like, this is just too much for me
Yeah.
right now.
Like, especially the community pages, and everyone's just like, what was that? Was that a gunshot? It's like, no, it's fucking New Year's Eve. It was fireworks. What do you think it was?
We had a car backfiring out of Brother May's aunt and uncle's place because that's where I spent New Year's. So I was smashed I was fucked. And so a car backfired and I turned to Brother May's aunt and I'm like, fireworks. And she's like, no, honey, that wasn't fireworks.
Oh
and
my
I was
God.
like, oh no.
What I really want though, like I should get onto one of those community pages because you know when you have like a massive thunderstorm and you get like a huge like thunder crack, like I just want to be able to go to my people and be like, did you guys
farted?
hear that? Like
What was that?
where did that land? Are your houses okay?
You know, the funniest thing is that, like,
The
every
aliens
time
are
there's a
here.
storm coming, it's just a barrage of posts of, lock your dogs up, there's a storm coming.
Yeah,
Careful your dogs, there's a storm coming. Or, like, one of the community pages I'm on, there's this bridge that goes over a fairly decent river. It doesn't get very big when it's not raining.
I think I know the bridge you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one near the temple?
No.
No,
Oh, okay. I have
is
no
in-
idea what
No.
you're talking about.
No.
no, it's
Okay.
it's down towards my parents' place.
You wouldn't know.
You would know.
Okay.
You would know. You wouldn't know. Down towards your grandparents.
You would know, actually.
Oh,
that wasn't the bridge
okay.
I thought you were talking about.
No, near the Hindu temple.
Oh, yeah. I know the one.
Anyway, so that's gone over like 6 times in recent history.
They've made like a whole art thing there with how high it gets.
But like every freaking time we get heavy rain, people are like, does anyone know if the bridge is over yet? I'm like, it's not going to fucking go over unless there's some torrential rain, and that'd be the least of your worries.
Yeah, like unless it's been raining for like 5 days straight, we're
Seriously.
probably right.
My little town has flooded like 5 times in the last 6 months. It's been
It's
wild.
pretty cute out here, though.
It almost like the climate is changing.
Oh my god. Yeah, but it is cute, except for
That's another episode.
like literally pretty much the only people here are Bogans or people that have come here to retire and die. I literally watched a teenage boy.
Wait, which one are you?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Probably the Bogan, if we're being
All
honest.
of the above.
Well, I watched this teenage boy. I was at work at my retail job in the shopping centre, and I watched this full on. He's probably 16 or 17, beat the shit out of this 10-year-old kid.
God.
I was ready to go out swinging, but then the two dads started going at each other. I was like, no. I got home and I was like, I fucking hate this town.
We should all move to the same town.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind moving to the Big T.
The Big T. Oh, yeah.
High on a mountaintop.
You know.
Never mind.
Sister May is just like
Big T.
the Big T. Near you.
Up the road.
Oh,
That
yeah,
one.
me too. It's lovely there.
It's beautiful there.
The times that I've lived there, it's been really nice.
Yeah.
I've lived there before as well.
And
And
I used to go to
quite
uni
like
up there.
it. Yeah.
Same.
Because I was telling Sister
Wait, what uni
Donna,
did you go to there?
the one that was up the main one.
There's only one uni up
Yeah,
there.
there's only
isn't
one
there?
up there.
We went to the same uni.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I used to study wine science when I was going to be a winemaker. I wish I'd have kept going with that. It was pretty sick.
I know. I wish I had finished my nursing degree. I'm actually thinking that's another thing is for this year. I want to figure out if I want to. Sorry, guys. I have my sister's cat here.
It's about to jump all over the gear.
Yeah, she's very curious.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry I kicked you. That was an accident. Don't you meow
She's
at me.
judging your ancestors now.
Jesus.
She's like this old white man.
Jesus H. Christ.
But yeah, one of my other goals this year is to kind of figure out if I want to go back and do my nursing. I wouldn't mind seeing if I can apply for a tertiary nursing course.
Should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like, I need to figure out putting Baby May into
These are great names.
into like daycare or kindy or whatever it is. So I got to sort that out and then see how that goes with her and
Even
all
then,
the
like,
routine and shit.
They're pretty flexible.
Yeah.
Because they deal with single parents and things like that, and it's we're not your single parent, but and they deal with single parents, and I'm pretty sure they have childcare facilities up there.
Yeah. I think they do. Like, I think the campus has its own childcare.
Like, do it. That'd be sick.
That'd be really awesome, actually.
Because like it won't be long until she's in school.
Yeah,
and you can.
She's 2 now, and she made a friend, guys. I'm so proud.
That's cute.
She has a little friend. So my manager's granddaughter is a couple years older than Baby May.
Yeah.
And so we accidentally had a play in the park because we bumped into each other. And then like 2 days later, my manager's grandchild was in the store with us and Baby May walked in and they hugged.
Oh,
and
that's so freaking cute.
Yeah, so then we had another play date and they hugged again and they were just swinging on the swings and having all fun. And I was like, my baby made a friend.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
What about you, Brother Hiram?
Well,
what are your achievements and goals for the coming year?
In terms of achievements, it's been quite the year. Like, there's been a lot of lows, there's been a lot of lessons, but there's also been a lot of highs. I mean, I got married.
That's pretty.
That was pretty wild.
That's a big
Awesome.
high.
Yeah.
That was wild.
It was beautiful.
Absolutely love the honeymoon as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry you were sick for most of it.
Yes, well, we're not going to go back into
Donna's
that.
fault.
We're just going to let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah. Cat go back to sleep.
Like getting this job earlier in the year. That was pretty cool. Now I'm reevaluating it because the pay's shit. But the job itself, I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been quite a few achievements. I think, we started this podcast, which has turned into, we've wrote well over 1,000 views now, listens, and
That's
So
exciting.
we've put money into it, we've put time into it, and we've also done a lot of healing. Like I know for me, it's been very therapeutic. And I was only talking to my husband and my best mate this morning, and just sort of saying, well, this is how far I've come just in this short space of time. Whereas therapy, it helped for some of the tough shit, but actually getting it out and talking about it has been so helpful.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things though with like healing is actually talking about it, because I'm about to start, I think it's called EMDR therapy for a bunch of shit that I went through.
We're going to hear.
Very
I was just
conspicuous.
like, I'm going to do that in my therapy at some point.
Twins. But yeah, and pretty much like one of the biggest things is talking about it. And even in the Whole Brain Child, they talk about how good it is for your brain to actually tell the stories of what happens, because it helps those traumatic memories go from like, because they're like stuck in your brain and they don't move from short term to long term. So actually like telling the stories and what happened to you helps those memories and traumatic wounds go from your short-term memory into your long-term memory, so you're able to process them and heal better.
Yeah.
Like I think one of the biggest things is also having people that understand,
Yes.
because having the both of you understand what I've gone through has helped me process it to a level that I can then process it with my husband. Because prior to it, I barely even recognized that I had all this trauma built up, and I was a pretty shit person. And a lot of the, gaslighting and misogyny and all that type of shit, that was very, very relevant. And the fact that I can now push away from that, excuse me, is a big factor in, progress moving forward. And I think like in terms of goals for this coming year, I think fitness, as much as I don't want to admit it, I need it.
Maybe we could all do like a group thing where we all do like one fitness activity once a week. One fitness activity in a year. That's going to fix everything.
Well, hubby and I are planning to join not a traditional gym, but a kung fu gym, a martial arts gym.
Yes. Oh my God, I love martial arts.
Didn't you used to do jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so fun.
Because there's one near me. They do kung fu, and then they also do tai chi as well.
Everybody is kung fu fighting.
That's what I thought. But that's the thing is like getting fit without going through all the gym nerds and gym buffs.
Yeah.
It's such a toxic culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Like my husband's brothers, half of them like are proper gym nuts now, and it's.
I think I met one of them at your wedding.
I listened to one and I was like, I appreciate that you're probably related to the brothers Hiram, but wow, can we talk about something else now?
Yeah. That's pretty much the catalyst for not going to the gym.
Yeah. I don't blame you. It was very overwhelming, all the stuff he was
I
saying.
thought about joining a climbing gym just because, like, one of my housemates is part of a climbing gym. And I've been with her a couple times because she's had like a buddy pass or whatever. And it's really fun. Like, I suck at it. I'm not like, it takes me ages to get through these like easy level things, but like
the more you do it, the better you'll get.
Exactly. And like, it does look like it would be, because, it's something like it's not just running on a treadmill or doing weights. Like, you're actually sort of doing an activity, and it's also like a bit of like, you got to think about it a little bit as well. And I also think that like if I did some indoor rock climbing stuff, like I might also progress to doing more outdoor rock climbing stuff, which might be like a progression of my like hiking sort of hobby. Like I could get into rock climbing.
The cat's going to strangle itself.
Oh my God, what is she doing?
She wants to cuddle with you.
She's so
Going to
sweet.
get caught up in the cords,
Silly thing.
hang itself.
Yeah, but I think for me, it's just like the committing the money towards it. I'm just like, I don't know, like if I do that, I got to really commit to doing it at least like twice a week to get my money's worth. And
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
yeah, and it's not like, I don't know, it's just not super convenient But it also, like, it could be done if I really wanted to. I just don't know if it's a goal that I want to hold myself to.
Just sit there, Kat.
I think, well, for me, like it's myself and my husband, we both see the need to get fit.
Yeah.
And so we're like, all right, well, let's be reasonable. It's only, 2 to 3 sessions a week to start with.
Yeah.
And then if we want to sign up for more, we can and just go from there.
I mean, like 3 sessions a week would be pretty fucking good, I reckon.
Well, I know Brother May wants to join a gym, so maybe we can make that a thing. Like we each find a gym that we like to go to.
all become gym junkies?
Yes. And we'll start wearing like those singlets with like the big cutouts for the arms.
Yeah.
And like oiling ourselves up. And tanning apparently as well.
I'm going to lube myself up.
Yeah. My housemates are always
Brother Hiram will like that. We need to come up with a name for him.
Who?
It's a husband of the
brother Hiram.
the husband of the brother Hiram.
Husband of the
Like the
that's
brother
a
of
mouthful.
Jared.
Yeah, like the brother of Jared. Like
the husband of the brother of Hiram. Wait, no, hang on.
The husband of Brother Hiram.
Well, when he's going to come on soon.
Yes, I'm so excited.
And when he does, he will be endowed.
Oh, really?
Well, not endowed, just initiated.
I was about to say something,
we're not going to go
that's
through the whole thing.
inappropriate.
Well endowed.
That's what I was going to say. Sorry, husband of
further comment,
Brother
Your Honor.
Hiram.
And we can initiate him and give him his new name, and then that will be a lot shorter than his current name.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to talk Brother May into coming on tonight, but we'll see how that goes.
well, we can do it the whole other half series.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we all bring in our spouses.
Yes.
We're like,
Well, I don't have
Hola,
a spouse,
bitch.
but I do have
A boyfriend.
I do have a boyfriend now. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast or not.
I think Brother May is just going to have to be Brother May.
You know, I
mean, he can be initiated if he wants to be.
Can we do like the whole initiatory ceremony where we
Can we dress him up in
like
white?
Simba,
Yeah, bring him out.
like put the water on their foreheads and stuff.
Simba.
Health in the navel, marrow in the bones, blah 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 blah.
Something in the loins and in the sinews.
In the loins.
Peace be upon your prosperity and children and grandchildren.
Child, just one. We're just having one, okay? Don't say children, please.
That sounds great. I think that'd be
That'd be hilarious.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, as I was saying, we got sidetracked.
Yeah.
My other goal is to develop my spirituality.
Really?
Well, it's a good thing I asked you to bring all that shit today.
So, I'm just going to give another plug. A halftime sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Are we getting paid for this ad?
Can you put your trailer in as an ad through the podcast?
I should
Pay us.
That could be
tithing.
So here is a word from our
from our sponsor.
Our sponsor, myself. Coming soon to your favourite streaming platform. From the makers of the Once Upon a Mormon podcast, Vantage Productions presents Once a Mormon, Now a Witch. Merry meet, my friends, and blessed be. My name is Ben, and I was once a Mormon, now I'm a witch. Join me on my journey out of the cult and into the wilderness. Throughout this podcast, we dabble in both information and experiences as I delve into my newfound path. We'll also hear from guests and hopefully you as listeners too. So that you don't miss any episodes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating if you can, so others can be part of it as well. If you would like to be part of the show, or just want to reach out, you can get in contact at mormontowitch@gmail.com, or through our Facebook and Instagram pages by searching Once a Mormon, Now a Witch. I can't wait to spend some time with you. Merry part, my friends, and until we meet again, blessed be. So I hope you enjoyed that trailer.
Yep. It's a pretty sick ass trailer.
I like it a lot.
And
Yeah.
there's one of the entry, like the the intro tunes that I did. And my husband is like, I go to him, I'm like, do you reckon I should go like woodland fairy style or should I go like darker? And he's like, go darker. And so I made it and he's like, no, that's too dark.
Too dark.
So I'm going to use that for like a Halloween special or like a blood magic special or something.
That would be cool.
Because essentially it's all about me developing my spirituality through, I guess, the best thing I could call is witchcraft.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be learning as I go. So I do research for each episode and I develop my practice and my craft. And yeah, that's one of my big goals this year is to do that.
Honestly, I'm so excited for that. I'm going to be like listening to it all the time because Sam, like, I am baby witch. I need help.
Witch.
Well, I was thinking of doing a video podcast for that.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Which takes a little bit more planning.
Yeah.
It will be a face reveal.
Should
Speaking of face reveal,
do a face reveal?
so for our second sponsor,
Wait, a second sponsor?
for those that are as we've started drinking, as we previously mentioned, those of our listeners that are in Brisbane, coming up on the 21st of January this year, we are hosting a picnic.
We sure
The
are.
first annual picnic hosted by Once Upon a Mormon.
Post-Mormon picnic in the park, hosted by the Once a Mormon podcast.
Once a Mormon?
Once a Mormon.
How many drinks have you had so far?
Half a bottle.
A collaboration between
on the bubbles.
Once a Mormon, now a witch, and
Once Upon a Mormon.
Love that.
Lol. So check out our Facebook page for more details and the event. We would love to see you there. I think it'd be a fun day. There's been a good response so far.
Yeah.
And
Should we wear masks?
No.
Absolutely not.
I'm
Fuck
gonna
that
veil
shit.
my face.
Like
We should wear our temple veils. Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
I wear my apron while I'm serving lunch.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm excited. But I like, hopefully it'll be fine.
Should be right, mate.
Should be right. I reckon it'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be good to meet a couple of people in
Yeah,
the local
exactly.
community.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
But I guess, in terms of my goals this year, I mean, to get a little bit fitter, to earn a bit more money. So I'm going to reevaluate my job situation and to develop my spirituality and to travel a little bit.
Yes.
Nice.
I want to go to New Zealand this year.
I was thinking
New Zealand.
Beautiful.
I was thinking about going to Tassie because one of my housemates is actually moving down there, and I'd love I don't know, Tasmania just looks really beautiful, and I'd really like to go visit.
Yeah.
So I might do that this year.
I want to go back to WA all the time. It's
If
gorgeous.
you do, let me know. Maybe I'll come with you.
Hell
I would
yeah,
also
we could
like
do
to
a
check
road
out
trip.
WA.
I want to go to Margaret
It's
River.
fucking awesome. Oi, Margaret River is great. I served there.
What? It's a
Yeah.
shame you didn't drink.
I know. I went to the chocolate factory there. Oh my god, it was amazing. It was so good.
Guys,
But these people were looking at us because it was like the sisters' P day. So all the sisters went together to Margaret River. And people were like, what the fuck is going on?
God, I hope this podcast gets big one day and we start to get money from it, and then we can fund a road trip around Australia, and we'll
Be like
interview-
Hamish and Andy.
Yeah.
Hamish and Andy, if you're listening, please help us.
And we'll interview ex-mos in all the different regions
All
in
around Australia.
I forgot to mention,
It's so
actually, for
fun.
our third sponsor of the episode. But seriously, though, we are starting a Patreon.
Are we?
We are. Yeah. That's right. We spoke about it, and then I forgot to actually set it up. But by the time this episode is out, I will have set it up. So
I have no idea how it works, but yay.
So essentially,
us.
so what it is that you sign up, and instead of paying a subscription fee, they just take a percentage. I think it's 5 or 8% of what it is.
It's less than the Mormon church's
Exactly.
tithing.
It's less than tithing.
Yeah.
But for those of our Patreon subscribers, you'll get access to early episodes, and you'll get hopefully
Special content.
Yeah, special content, spicy content.
Ooh.
Instead of OnlyFans, it's only Mormons.
Spicy content in the juice.
Do you want to see my comments?
Do you want to see my navel mark?
My temple rope.
I'm going to show you my temple recommend.
Do you want to see the sign of the...
Baby May was running around with my temple recommend the other day. And shit.
Sorry. Sister May just said a name, so we've had to sort of scratch that out.
Baby May was running around with my temple recommend, and so Brother May grabs it and looks at me and is like, what the fuck is this? No, it's like her gateway to heaven, okay? It's like, what's that Christmas movie with the train and you got to have the ticket?
Oh, the Polar Express.
Yeah, it's Baby May's ticket to the
Tickets,
Polar
please.
Express.
I watched the Polar Express like on Christmas Eve. God damn, that movie gives me the creeps.
I know,
It is
it's
a
so
weird movie.
I think like
Especially with
that
the
hot chocolate
AI.
though always
the
looks like it would
animation
slap.
bothers me a lot. Oh yeah, the hot chocolate.
Yeah, it looks so good.
And the ticket cutting skills.
I know, right? What a legend.
Yeah.
So, what are some achievements that you guys have had from this past year? Since we've talked about our goals and like reflecting on the past.
I think it's pretty much the ones that I've sort of said. Like, you know, I got married, got fatter.
What an achievement.
Any healthy relationship will do that to you.
Yeah.
It's stress eating.
Yeah.
You got a job that I've found that I love, but just doesn't pay enough. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, mine was, definitely that 22 Peaks challenge. Getting therapy set up, I think was really good. I got a job where, I'm still still getting used to it. Still a lot to learn. Still, finding, passion in it. But, that's all been going really well. And that's been a really good achievement. I've been volunteering for an organization which does some really cool, conservation
I have to
stuff
say, you
and-
have inspired me to start
Really?
volunteering. So,
yes.
there is this program, I think in Australia. It starts with a Z and it helps women
Oh, yeah.
in first world and third world countries. So I saw the ad in my local shopping center and I was like, you know what, Sister Donna volunteers. I should volunteer in something that is meaningful for me because I have a lot of strong feelings about that topic and helping women be independent and finding themselves. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I'm going to do in this coming year is I want to start volunteering.
I think that's great. Yeah. Volunteering for the things that I do, kind of just helps me feel like I'm giving back and I'm also, I get to learn a lot and I get to socialize with people that have the same sort of values. It's really wonderful. I really enjoy it. And, I think the thing that you kind of lose when you leave the church sometimes is that community, but volunteering helps you to find community in a different area of your life.
Exactly.
Being able to be with people who share the same values, honestly, is so good for the soul. And that's why, this podcast has been so great because, like you were saying earlier, Brother Hiram, being able to talk to people who understand, what you've been through is, insanely, it's so good.
It hits differently.
Yeah, because, I can talk to, I've, tried to sort of explain some things to my current boyfriend about things about growing up religious and all of these thought patterns that I had and these perceptions of the world and stuff. And for him, his upbringing and his sort of belief system has always just been religion is just it's just this hogwash thing, it's nonsense, whatever. And I'm but this was my whole life. This is what
Exactly.
I've based everything on. And to not have that anymore and have to like rebuild like my personality and my values, like that is insane. Like, and
you almost have to start from scratch with a lot of things.
yeah, and I think like people who haven't been through it, like they just have no way of understanding what it's like.
They can be sympathetic to the experience, but they never truly understand like someone else who has been through the excuse me, Kat, you cannot drink
Nearly
alcohol.
knocked it over.
That is my drink. You're too young.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's been honestly so wonderful to be able to discuss it with people who understand, like who really can be like, yes, I've felt that and I can. Yeah, like it's really wonderful.
Well, it's interesting because, like, you know, I didn't really know either of you before this podcast. It was, 9 months ago? It's April last year, right? Just after Easter.
Yeah.
And since then, you know, I found 2 best friends.
Yeah.
And I think that itself,
we've
brings a
trauma
lot.
bonded, okay?
Yes. Definitely trauma bonded.
Absolutely.
100%.
And that's pretty amazing. And it's also, you know, as I process all that trauma and all of that grief of, you know, losing a life I once had, it helps me to be a better person. And I can be better for my other best friend and for my husband.
Yeah.
And, you know, all in all, it helps to be able to get that out, to process it, to set boundaries, to be a better person.
Yeah.
And that it all comes together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's been like one of my biggest things this year though, is like I'm actually starting to set boundaries for myself and for how I want to be treated. And it's fucking wild. And I've started therapy and I've had a huge falling out with my family, obviously. I remember sitting in therapy with obviously my psychologist and being like, am I the drama?
It's
like,
me. Hi.
But then
The problem is me.
Then she telling me like, no, you are allowed to feel that way. Like that's totally valid. And me being like, oh, really? Like I'm allowed to say that? I'm allowed to set boundaries? She's like, yes. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now not many people like me because I'm like, no, sorry, this is my boundary.
Yeah.
And if this continues to happen, then I'm not going to engage with you in that specific activity. Which has been, oh my God, my mental health has really benefited from that.
That's so good.
It's crazy. But yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's like setting boundaries. It's really hard, but it's so fucking rewarding.
Yeah.
You can pick the cat up and move her if you
Cat,
need to.
Don't drink my wine. You're not Jesus. Now you're walking all over the laptop, pressing all the keys on the laptop. Honestly.
She's been here for 2 weeks and already thinks she owns the
I
place.
reckon.
I mean, she is a cat. What do you expect?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, look at all these slaves.
She is obsessed with Brother May.
Really?
That's
Just
cute.
totally loves him. Like, it's crazy.
Aww.
It took her 20 minutes to warm up to me, but as soon as Brother May got home from his night job, just, walking in between his legs, licking him, loving him, and I'm like, excuse me, I'm the one that gave you all these treats just now. Far out.
I think we're getting pretty close to time, but before we do, one of the other little goal-setting things is for us as a podcast.
Oh.
I think one of my personal goals for this podcast is to try to have an episode out at least 40 weeks of the year.
I think that would be really good.
Yes.
Preferably 48, but, you know, I don't want to set the goal too
Does that
high.
mean every other week?
Well, it's pretty much every week and have a couple of weeks off over Easter and Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got this, guys.
Yeah.
We can do it.
I think, we can do that.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, today, this episode is episode 23, which is
For 2023.
the first episode of 2023.
Hallelujah.
That's so freaking cool.
That is really cool.
And we didn't even plan it like that. We just were lazy and didn't do enough episodes.
See,
Just a happy
laziness pays
coincidence.
off.
Yeah.
But it's interesting looking back at the first episode we did. You know, we're fresh into it. I think I was the only one that had the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just, we didn't know what to expect.
I remember we sat down and we would like legit like plan and research
Yeah.
our things. And now it's like, okay, who's leading? And it's like, okay, I will lead. And then it's like,
Well, we're so comfortable having a conversation now.
Yeah.
That's so good, yeah.
Like
We found our rhythm.
It transfers over to everyday life. Like at work, like I know I can sit down with a family that's just lost a loved one, and I can ask good questions. I can ask questions that make them feel like I care.
Yeah.
I mean, I care most of the time, but but
I can ask questions which make it look like I can.
but people actually, can feel that I'm genuinely interested in learning about that loved one.
Yeah.
And have a conversation, hold a conversation, keep a conversation.
Yeah.
It's great skills for those that
Absolutely,
have ever thought about hosting a podcast, starting a podcast.
Do it.
Yeah.
Like it's freaking hard. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of work.
I mean, the thing is, like, when I sort of got into this in the first place, I was just like, I mean, I don't really mind too much about how many other people we reached, because for me, it was more about like just being able to voice my experiences.
Exactly.
And if it can help somebody else out there, fantastic. But like, I mean, just being able to like converse with you guys has been so like healing for me.
Yeah.
And like that is enough of an achievement for me. And the fact that we've reached 1,000 downloads or something, like that is insane. Like I'm so like,
And like people in America and England, and wasn't there somebody in fucking Egypt listening to it?
There's about 15 different countries.
yeah.
That's wild. Like, hello to everyone
Hi.
that is outside of Australia.
Hi,
Oh, thank
me.
you.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah, like it is. I'm astounded, and I'm so proud like that it has gotten this far. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how this year goes, especially because we're in like season 2 now, I guess,
pretty
of
much.
the podcast. And
What's that TikTok sound? And the 2022 season has come to an end.
Oh, that was every second TikTok last night.
Yep.
Dude,
Oh my
I'm not on
God.
TikTok, guys.
You're
I'm
such a
boomer.
boomer.
See,
You
I
were
was
a
too
boomer.
smashed off my face to think about TikTok.
I was cross stitching.
Really, I think all I remember is talking about aliens.
I think in our next episode we should talk about what we did for New Year's Eve. Although I am a little bit.
You don't want to reveal what you did.
No,
Maybe not.
I
Okay.
just got drunk.
Yeah.
That is it.
I got. Yeah.
Anyway,
Drunk in another way.
if you do want to
I
reach
had a
out,
spiritual experience.
we do want you to reach out. We
Yeah.
would love to hear from you now that Sister Donna has taken over communications.
Even if it is
we're
just
responding.
to say hi.
Yeah, please email me. I'm totally all over the Gmail, guys.
It's
Sorry,
a one-
I was pretty lousy.
So was I. Oh shit! Oh fuck! I just tipped over my wine.
Oh no!
It was closed, but now it's all shook up.
Oh, okay. You know-
Once upon a moment at gmail.com.
Yeah, Joe and Smith podcast. If you guys are listening,
I think they've dumped us.
It's
We were too
okay.
slow.
I understand.
Soz guys.
I was the problem. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, what the fuck, sister?
I'm so sorry, okay? I was trying to do like 5 million things and I got a promotion at work.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm so sorry that I wasn't like more involved earlier. But anyway, Joe and Smith, if you guys are listening, still
We
want to
date you again, please.
It's not you, it's me.
It's me. I'm the problem. But we would still love to collab. And any other if there are any other ex-mo podcasts or anybody else really that has a podcast or just anyone in general that wants to come on and have a chat, hit us up because we're so down. I think our the episodes, I wasn't here for the episodes with Sister, what was her name? Sister Xena? No. Lenora, yes. But I really enjoyed listening to that, and I thought that
She's going to co-host with my husband.
Oh.
Well, co-host with me to interview my husband.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, I really enjoyed listening to that. And I'm sure our other listeners did as well. And yeah, anyway, if anybody wants to come on and be interviewed and share their experiences, I think that would be really amazing.
I have been thinking about reaching out to Sarah Steele, who does the podcast Let's Talk About Sex.
Yeah.
And seeing her perspective on things because she wasn't I don't believe she was raised in a religious cult, but she has done extensive research. So I think
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
people
I really
prepare.
enjoyed her book.
Yeah, same. It was crazy.
Yeah. I think that could be cool.
Yeah.
Also, touch base on our social media.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Woman on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
Like, we all see the messages that come through, so it is handy. And we appreciate everyone that's been interacting on our posts as well.
Yeah.
Literally love that. We've had so many new followers on Instagram, and it makes me so happy every time I see you have a new follower on Instagram. I'm like, yay!
And please do reach out on our new podcast, Once a Mormon, Now a Witch.
Yeah.
Episodes will be coming later this month, hopefully.
Yay!
That's the plan
go
anyway.
You.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's all from me.
Yeah, that's all from me.
You're hosting. Back to you, Sister
Back
May.
to me.
Back to you in the studio, Sister May.
Well, thank you everyone for coming to this fast and testimony meeting today.
We're so grateful for you all.
We're
Yes.
grateful for the KFC that is nourished and strengthened our body.
Oh, now I want
we've got
KFC.
nachos in the
I'm
oven.
so ready for nachos.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see you later. We got nachos. Bye. Love you.
Bye, love you.
In the name of nachos, amen.
Amen.